Thank you all for joining us for Wine Wednesday on a Friday. Adam K is already here showing up. So we're not, it's already been decided we're not doing a drinking game today, Adam. It's too early in the day, and Marleah has too much to do today to start her afternoon off already drunk. So we're not going to do a drinking game today. Yeah, Sultan. So look, y'all. Marleah and Michelle came to me like, I don't even know how long ago, 2 or 3 months ago, probably. And they were like, hey, we want to go live together and we want to show people how to do a toast. And I was like, cool, this is how you do it. And they were like, yeah, I don't know that I want to do all that. So I offered to host it so they could come on and show everyone, like, there's going to be proper toasting etiquette, how to properly open a sparkling bottle of wine. All the things that I just had no idea even existed. So without any further anything, I'm going to bring Michelle and Marleah out. Hi, y'all.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for doing this, Chris.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. I'm excited
I like
to
the
learn
way you
all this
explained
stuff.
that. You explained it to us, and we're like, "Yeah, you do it."
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
I try to commit to learning, and it was just too overwhelming, you know. And I know you're the expert, so
Yeah. What I mean, when you got the pro, I mean, it's for us.
Right.
and Adam, we can still drink on this call. We're just not going to do a drinking game.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she
I'll
so
do a
look.
game with Adam.
Yeah.
There's been too much self-destruction.
Well then every time we say the word toast, Michelle has to take a drink. She said, wait. No, never mind.
I'm going to be using that word the most. I'll be like, whoops, no, we'll never get anywhere.
Right.
And I just got to say that the people that are watching, I don't really believe they drink when they're supposed to. So we just are on screen, you know, destructing ourselves. Well, they're just messing with us. So I don't even believe they're out there drinking with us.
Okay, I'm on to this whole thing now.
Yeah. So, but I will tell you this: Marleah is even though I don't drink right now, Marleah is a lot of fun to drink with. She gets really fun the more she drinks. So I can just imagine what it's like in person when she's. Yeah, Adam's already starting. Get them drunk, he said.
Well, this is really important for Adam to tune in today because he's got a big weekend ahead of him, right, Adam?
Yes, he does. He does have a big weekend ahead of him.
So he's going to take some notes today.
Yep, he needs to.
Wait, what's going on for Adam? What's going on for Adam, though?
It's not a secret, right?
Adam, I have no idea. I don't know if it's a secret or not.
I don't know.
Okay, Adam,
now that we've put it up, now that we've put him all the way on the spot.
Now he's disappeared. Oh shoot. Well, we'll circle back. It's good. It's good. I just kind of want to share somebody else's news. Okay. Moving on. Shoot.
And you haven't even started drinking yet.
No, I haven't.
So look, just to kind of clarify this for everybody that's watching, it is 1 o'clock where Marleah is. It is 12 o'clock where I am. And it is 10 a.m. where Michelle is. So she is devoted to the cause. Definitely devoted to the cause.
I am very devoted. Oh, all right.
Okay, oh my gosh. Mark, he did do a drinking virtual party with me. Well, shoot. You guys are going to ruin my reputation. This is the
Meg Ryan of LinkedIn.
It's sticking.
It is. All right, so let's get just celebrating my 0-year anniversary. That's all. Yeah, just a 0-year anniversary. Starting the thing that you have anniversaries for.
He's getting married.
He's getting married.
Oh, that's
I know,
huge.
right?
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations. Yeah. So, and he's serving his guests my wine. So
that's awesome.
But it's about Adam, not
huge congrats to Adam on that one, by the way. I can't help but think of Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks. It's a toast song. I just raise my glass, tell him to kiss my ass. Anyway, let's move on. Um, Michelle,
Yes.
you are the expert when it comes to toasting. You were the one because even like Marleah didn't know how to do a proper toast and all the etiquette and the rules and all that stuff. So tell us, just kind of tell us a little bit about the history of it and all that kind of stuff.
All right. Okay, so expert, we'll use that term loosely. So I taught public speaking schools. I taught public speaking classes. I can't do it myself, but I taught the classes forever for like 20 plus years in the college classroom. And at the end of the semester, just to have fun, I'd always do a lesson on toasting. I mean, they'd done all the heavy lifting with their majors presentations throughout the semester. So the last day we had this fun day of toasting, and I brought cider and champagne, and it was just fun. We toasted. So there's a lot more to it than you think. And I think part of my interest in toasting came from doing it poorly because I didn't know how. And when I was my sister's maid of honor at her wedding, when I was a lot younger, I just messed it up. I did it wrong. So anyway, fast forward a bit, I learned more about it, had my students do it, and it's fun. Am I an expert? I don't know. I just know a little bit more about it. So first of all, I want to tell you that the word toast is weird. Everybody's like, why is it even called a toast? And that dates back to the 16th century, where the wine, Marleah, you'll like this. So, wine was safer to drink than water, but the wine was really acidic and it tasted pretty bad. So the bread was also very stale. Hey, we've got acidic wine, we've got stale bread. Let's put some of our bread in our wine. It'll reduce the acidity and it'll soften the bread. So it became this idea of putting toast or hard bread in wine to make it taste better. And then Shakespeare actually documented this in the Merry Wives of Windsor. Am I saying that right? I think I'm already toasting too early. And there's a reference to, give me a quart of wine and put some toast in it. So that's where that came about. But yeah, it's gone less about the bread and way more about the celebration nowadays. Thank goodness. And Marleah, do you recommend anybody put bread in your wine? You don't need to do that with Scout and Cellar because it's so good and so clean, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, food optional with me. I'm teasing. I've heard that before, the history of toasting. I think that's fascinating. It's fascinating how it's moved on to what it is today from that. So anyways, I'm excited about the show, guys.
I loved what Chris did, that great promo bit of you and me, and we had glasses and the stuff was flying out of them. You saw that, the LinkedIn promo. Thank you, Chris, for doing that. I love that because, first of all, dang, we were really aggressive with our testing. Those drinks were flying. But that's another part of toasting, is that whole thing about clinking the glass. It used to be because, again, they were drinking wine, not water, and wine was really easy to poison. And so the history tells us that you'd toast somebody with the hopes that some of your drink would go in theirs and vice versa. So if they poisoned you, then they'd be drinking it. And if you poisoned them, you'd have to drink it, whatever. So there was that kind of exchange of goodwill, like, hey, we're going to drink from each other's cup so that we don't die. And that's where that clinking came from. And it was to ward off evil spirits.
Every time we think the world's going crazy where we live now, just know that we're not worried about poisoning each other's wine when we toast. Things could be worse, I guess.
I know.
I didn't think it was
But
possible.
in Chris's photo, it was great because we really did look aggressive. Like, I mean, I think my drink is like flying way over. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's like a little history. I don't want to put anybody to sleep with the history, but there is like a little bit behind
that's
it as
interesting
to how
history.
we got the word.
Yeah.
You're talking about like poisoning folks and stuff. Like, that's interesting history.
So, I'm sorry, Rob Glass. We should raise a glass to Rob Glass, who just joined the call. He said, cheers, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I love that.
I don't have anything in my glass.
Yeah, so let's fix that real quick. If you're going to make a toast,
yeah.
I know. Don't sweat. If you're going to make a toast, you got to have something in your glass.
Yeah.
It's true.
So I am
So
real
show us,
quickly. Yeah.
yeah,
I want to share
bubbly.
with you guys how to open a bottle of champagne or bubbly or sparkling wine, because I've learned through this business and doing tastings all over that a lot of people don't know how to open sparkling wine. You're not supposed to actually pop the cork, right? That's just not the way you do it. There's a lot of pressure in these bottles. And so, chilling actually reduces the pressure. But even when the wine has the cork, like when it's chilled, the cork can fly out of the bottle. Wire.com, they announced that you can, when the cork flies out of the bottle, it can fly up to 27 miles per hour. So you could literally shoot somebody's eye out. So it's really important that you're going to open the bottle safely. And I'm going to share real quick how to do it.
Safety first.
Adam, we could savor
Yeah.
it. That'll be a
Mandy
whole nother
Park-
show.
Mandy, do you know how to do that?
Savoring it.
Yeah.
I've done it once.
Okay.
But it wasn't graceful. And I was so worried the whole time. So I usually open it this way. And I actually have popped it because it's really fun to make it the wine fly.
Yes.
But I do want to share how to do it the right way. You do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so the first thing you do if there's foil, of course, is you remove the foil. We don't have foil because all of our wines are, we're very environmentally conscious, and there's not a lot of purpose to foil these days. Speaking of poisoning, they used to put the foil on there because they were worried about people coming in and poisoning wine, or even things like there were cork weevils down in the dungeons of the of the castles where they kept their wine. So that's kind of the reason why they started having that foil, and now it's really not needed. Aesthetic purposes, some wine companies still put it on there, but you don't really need it. But anyways, if there's foil, you do. There's this thing right here is called a cage. Do you see that? That's called a wine cage. The first thing you do is you loosen this cage, but you don't take your hand off of it. So you twist the wire and you loosen it maybe 6 times. Okay, I know something's going to go wrong because it always does. Now, you don't take your thumb off of that the whole time. So you just keep it there. Your thumb's going to remain on there the whole time. So the next thing that people don't really realize is that you twist the bottle and not the cork. So you hold the bottle like 45 degrees angle, not pointing at anybody. Okay. I have stories, but that's another drinking day. So you place the other hand the base and you just twist until you hear it pop. Now the cork's going to release. You see that? And so that is, you release the cork, and I mean, that's it. I mean, there's nothing more to say, but that's the proper way of opening champagne. That's safe. And, and then you have to pour. And Adam, this is one of the bottles I sent you for your special day. So, you're going to enjoy this one, I think. It's a sparkling day.
Yes, it would, Michael. That would make an amazing band name.
What did he say?
He said cork weevils would make an amazing band name.
That should be my new hashtag, cork weevils.
I know it. Hashtag smell the cork, hashtag cork weevils.
Hashtag Meg Ryan on LinkedIn.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so now I've got my glass, half filled. So now moving it back over to Michelle. Was that so boring? I've just noticed a lot of people don't know how to do it, and I think people overcomplicate some things.
I used to tend to, I had to know how to do that, but it's so much more fun to pop it. It's almost anticlimactic when it's just like, but it's a lot safer, and especially if you're in a crowd, and it's the right thing to do.
Well, and if you're opening really expensive stuff, you really don't want it to spray everywhere. And we do it. I mean, in celebrations, sometimes you want the spray, but when you're at a restaurant, they're not popping the cork, right? That's the proper way of opening up champagne.
Exactly.
But yeah, the pop is very important for celebrations. So Adam, you can pop it like it's hot this weekend, okay? Wait.
And video or none of it happened.
Oh my gosh, Angie, cute champagne flute. Hi, Angie. What kind of champagne is it? Okay, what kind of champagne?
This is a sparkling rosé. It's out of California, so it's a cute little vineyard. This is Tickle Bumps is the name of the label, and this is my go-to bottle for when people have babies. I think Tickle Bumps is just the cutest little name for a gift for someone that's had a baby or getting married. First comes marriage for Adam. Anyway, so this is a sparkling rosé. It's lovely. Yeah.
I
So
love it.
drop it like it's hot.
I love
Okay,
it.
so now we have some, we have some wine in our glasses, but we don't necessarily need wine, right? So what do we do now? Because I'm ready to pour
What do
it
we
back.
do now?
I mean, it's 1:20. I'm starting to shake, guys. Come on.
Okay. So let's get this. So a couple of things. I've got like a list of do's and don'ts. But the first thing is like keep your cool, because people get really nervous when they start to toast, or when they are ready to give a toast, or when they're just tapped on the shoulder like, hey, give the toast. Just want to remind you to keep your cool. Marleah and I were talking about this yesterday. Like everybody else around you has been drinking, so they're already at ease. You can be at ease too, and just know that they want to get back to their drinking. So is their attention going to be completely on you? I don't know. We'll try to make it so that you give a good toast, but keep your cool. Even though toasting is basically, it goes into the category of an impromptu speech, you still have to have some structure to it. And I highly recommend you practice. I don't recommend that you memorize it word for word so that you're not there in the moment, but you should kind of think like, okay, there's a wedding coming up. I'd like to toast the bride and groom. What might I want to say? Have a little bit of thought ahead of time, and even let it tumble out. Just practice it while you're driving to the wedding. Like, ooh, this is what I might like to say. Don't get so glued to exact wording, but like have a couple different avenues for your mind to travel when you're up there and you're in the moment. So I think my first tip is keep your cool, keep it in perspective, and definitely have a plan. Your plan can be as simple as telling a story. So a fun way to tell a story would just be like past, present, future. So if I was going to toast,
I swear I thought you were saying puff, puff, pass right then.
what do you
Michelle, I'm following just fine. I'm following. I'm with you.
So if I was going to toast Chris today, which I mean, I don't know, maybe I will, but if I did like past, present, future, I might give a nod to the last time we did a LinkedIn Live, which was way over a year ago when we were trying to get the laughing emoji on, and you were doing your marathon. So I might talk about that and how you were one of my very first connections on LinkedIn. And I used to worry, by the way, Chris, that if I didn't get a like from you, that I did something wrong, because you were always so supportive. So anyway, if I was going to toast Chris, I might start with a story from the past, talk about the present, and then wish him well for the future and his endeavors. So that's kind of a fun way to anchor your thoughts and to tell a good story.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So you don't recommend Webster Dictionary defines. You don't recommend starting your toast like that. Have you ever heard Webster Dictionary defines love as? No.
So
Right, exactly.
I'm going to take notes. I'm just kidding.
The statistic is you've got 7 seconds to get the audience's attention. So that you've already got this ho-hum barrier. You're interrupting their conversation, their drink, their festivities. So you've got 7 seconds. So you do
not
want to
the
make
dictionary. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not the dictionary, but you do want to make your first sentence count. And by the way, your first sentence before your big attention getter usually is, I'd like to propose a toast. So it's not clinking on your glasses. That's a don't. That's an etiquette don't. I know everybody loves to do it. It's so fun to take your knife or your fork and clink. But if we're following like true etiquette, no. What you do is you stand up and you raise your glass and you say, may I have your attention? I'd like to propose a toast. And usually you'll get a few people, you'll get their attention and they'll help rally the rest. And then you can proceed. When you've got your glass up and you're proposing the toast, when you start the toast, you bring your glass down again. I've seen people stand up, in their glass up there, and your arm's going to get tired, I swear. So then you put it down again. But yes, you definitely, and Michael says eye contact, so important. So you want to have eye contact to the person you're toasting, but you also want to look at the audience too, because this is a connecting thing. This is a celebratory connection. And you want to make sure that you are making eye contact with not only the person you're toasting, but the other people in the room as well. So let's see. Yeah, okay. What else? So have a plan. Practice. I asked you before we went live, and now I'm going to ask you again, Marleah and Chris, what do you think is the ideal time for a toast? Meaning, how long should a toast be?
I'm just going to stick by 3. 3 minutes. The only reason why I'm saying that is because if you're going to actually do a past, present, future, or build up, a little bit to prepare the toast, I think you need 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Okay.
And final answer.
And Chris, what was your answer?
I'm going for no more than a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Okay. So you're okay. Any other guesses, by the way? Just checking.
You're not allowed to Google. Okay.
No. So 3 is the maximum. You are right about that, Marleah.
Okay.
3 is the end point. You don't want to go beyond 3. So that is, that's your end window. Try to keep it no more than 3 minutes. So 3 is acceptable, especially for those longer wedding toasts and those storytelling toasts. But Chris, you're right too. 30 seconds is a sweet spot. 30 seconds really is a nice spot for a toast. You don't want to have those, those rambling, I love you, man. I love you, man. Like those things where people go on and it's just, and you also want to stay away from personal inside jokes, like the inside jokes that nobody can connect with, and you're off in your own little storytelling about that. So keep it short, keep it targeted, and 30 seconds to 3 minutes is really what we're looking at. So
we're both right. I love that.
Yeah, you're both right. And I knew that. That's why I didn't tell you the answer before we came on. Okay. So what else do you want to know about toasting?
Can we drink yet?
Oh, wait. Okay, let me propose a toast to everybody who's here, okay? So I'd like to propose a toast. I'd like to toast all of us. And then I'm going to teach you something after this. So may we have many things to celebrate and many reasons to toast throughout the rest of this month and beyond. Cheers. Sip it.
Okay, so the audience, the people that you're raising your glass to, not this audience, they don't hold their hand up the whole time either. They just wait, they sit there, hold their glass, and at the end when you do that, we just do, okay. I got it.
Yep, you got it. And I kind of tricked you there though. So you did it well. And here's the thing that's kind of funny. In toasting etiquette, the person who's being honored can't drink. So anybody who just drank, you broke the etiquette. I can drink because I just toasted you.
You set us up for failure on that one.
So the etiquette is, if you are being honored, you sit there with a smile. You don't even touch your drink. You just sit there with a smile. And then after the toast, you give kind of a nod or, like the little bow or something. And you maybe mouth thank you. And that is it. But everybody else can drink to your toast. So
everybody
funny.
else drinks to you, but you don't drink to yourself.
It's true. Yeah. So I was telling that when my kids learned this, because I would come home from class and review, what had happened that day. And they thought it was so funny when they were younger, because we would sit at our dinner table and maybe my husband and I would have a glass of wine. And then my daughter would be like, oh, let's toast mom. And then they'd do some toast. And they thought it was hilarious because I had to just sit there and smile and not have a drink.
I'm never telling my kids that. I'm never.
I know, it's funny. So another drinking thing. So if you are in the audience and somebody is calling, for a toast, and they're starting a toast, you might not have a glass of wine. You might not even drink wine. You might have water. You might have an empty glass, and that's okay. Still ceremoniously, you still raise, even if it's an empty glass, you still raise an empty glass. And I wouldn't fake sip from an empty glass, but you can still raise, fooling everybody here with my empty glass. No, but you can still do the cheers part. Wow. Yeah.
Very cool. That's interesting.
It is.
So really, Michelle, that's the first I heard of this. Wait, of the not drinking when you're toasted? It's true. It is true. We're
going to fact check her. Yeah.
You're supposed to sit there and smile. Just sit there and smile. Yeah. So let's see. Another thing. Don't roast Okay, don't turn your toast into a roast. I mean, it's humor is really appreciated if you're a funny person, but it's so dicey if you know that it might not land well with your audience, and it could insult the person that you're toasting. And oh, another thing is don't over toast the host. So the host, whoever's hosting the event, should start the toasting. They're the first person to toast. And so you shouldn't be the invited guest who's like, I'd like to propose a toast. And if the host hasn't toasted yet, you're kind of out of line. It's up to them to start that whole process. Oh, and
So
then one other thing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me ask you this then. What about like at a wedding? Who would be considered the host? Like who would be the first person to start the whole toasting process? Because
So
there's going to be a crap ton of them at a wedding.
Michael, that was not a fake sip. That was a real sip because it's 10:30 California time, I think. So traditionally in weddings, it's usually I guess they're not really the hosts, but it's usually the somebody in the bridal party who starts the toast, or the father of the bride, somebody in that party. But the bride and groom can certainly step in there. So I think the rules are a little looser there. But you would defer to somebody in the party. You wouldn't be that invited guest who gets up and says, I'd like to propose a toast to Adam and his bride. You would wait until somebody in that party started that off.
I've been doing it wrong for all these years. I'm kidding.
You're excited to celebrate, Marleah. You wanted to celebrate.
You know what I'm kicking myself right now is, what we forgot to do, guys? Remember I was going to do something during this live?
Oh, yeah. But you can do
free wine giveaway. So I'm giving away free wine. Shoot. But you guys, anyone that's on here right now, you can nominate someone. We want to nominate someone you want to celebrate. So tell us who you are nominating and tell us why we're celebrating. Brides, graduates, grooms. Sorry, Adam. Grooms or brides. Nominate someone that you want to celebrate. Yeah. And let's keep it like positive and fun. And, wine is just the sunshine in my life. So I want to share that sunshine with you all. So I'll put there's some like no ship states. It has to be in the United States. You have to be 21. We don't ship to Arkansas, Delaware, Mississippi, Rhode Island, or Utah. So we want to, we're a baby company. We just haven't gotten into those states yet with the liquor laws. So nominate somebody and Chris will draw a winner probably maybe in a couple of days, you think, Chris, or for people that catch the replay, or what do you want to do?
Tuesday, because when I leave here today, I'm not coming back until Tuesday. So I won't even be in front of a computer or anything. And I will do it live. I'll go through the comments. I'll do it live. I'll put the names in a spinner on Google and let that do it, because I don't like picking.
I don't like it either. Okay, so nominate people, and that'll be fun, because let's just share some of that joy with other people, guys. Lots to celebrate right now. It's easy to focus on some bad stuff, but there's a lot to celebrate. So let's just do that, and we can make a toast to each other. Yeah. So, I remembered.
Asik's daughter Emily is getting married today in Italy, so that's really exciting.
Lovely.
Frank, is this your 48th wedding anniversary? I don't know. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, Adam's getting married.
Yeah, so, Adam K celebrating his 0 wedding anniversary.
His 0, yeah. So anything, I love that, Marleah. I love just the idea of getting people to bring in, who needs to be celebrated, and then honoring that with a free gift. That's awesome. I'm glad that you didn't forget.
Well, and you always there's always something to celebrate, even if it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. So like even at supper, yes, I say supper, every day, the kids always
do too.
Thank you.
And I get made fun of for it.
I do all the time, going out to supper. It's the Missouri in me, but so we always talk about our rose of the day, like, because there's, even if you have the crappiest day, there's something to celebrate, like celebrate everything. If you focus on all the good, then maybe it'll be contagious to other people. So, but I'll put the little rules of I'm copying it right now so I can put it in the comments, because, you have to be 21 and all that.
Well, I love it. Adam nominated you, Marleah, so you could be like, oh, me, a bottle of wine, and then you save on shipping and everything. Like,
I accept on behalf of myself.
I love it. Okay. I want to tell one thing like this was a lesson learned about toasting that will save people any awkwardness, hopefully. So when I was just a little whippersnapper and I was the maid of honor at my sister's wedding, it was a black tie event, really fancy wedding, and I was supposed to give a toast. And I was new to the game of toasting, but I used a music lyric. If I'm toasting somebody, I usually love to include either a quote from a movie or a lyric from one of their favorite songs or something that kind of describes them. So I had a toast and I was excited to do it. And there I am in a big, poofy, emerald green bridesmaid dress. And starting the toast with this crowd, I went through the toast, but I didn't end it. So I thought I ended it. I had this fancy little lyric that I thought was the conclusion. And then everybody kind of looked at me like, is there more? And it was really awkward. And it ended with my sister kind of elbowing me and saying, say cheers. And I was like, oh, shoot. And then I was like, cheers. So just want to remind you that when you raise that glass up to get people's attention, you put it down, you give your beautiful toast, you make that eye contact, you keep it short, you use humor appropriately, tell a little story if you want. And then at the end, you say, okay, and, again, to Marleah or to Chris or to Adam or to whoever, and then you could say cheers or salute or whatever it is, lift up your glass again. And then everybody gets that cue that it's time to sip and toast. So learn from my mistakes because it was really
Was the emerald green dress worse, or was the
I
faux
love
pas
emerald
worse?
green. That's
I do
okay. I
too,
don't
but-
love color.
emerald green, but it
The
was
poofy, the
hilarious.
poofy.
It was so big and poofy, and it was not in the day that bridesmaid dresses were cool because like nowadays they're pretty cool. But no, this was a sight. Yes.
But back then that was cool. That had to
Yeah.
have been like the 80s or 90s, right?
80s,
So that's
mhm.
the
Yeah,
the
it was
big
the
poofy.
90s. It was the early 90s, and yeah.
That was cool stuff back then, man. Permed hair, big hair, like that
Oh
was
yes,
all.
my hair was very big. It was an updo with curls. It was
Yeah,
And you used to use that what's the hairspray? The
Aquanet.
Aquanet. And
Aquanet.
you'd spray it so this would stick up, and then you'd spray the side so that would, or just me?
No, wait,
Yeah,
why
I,
is
ne-
no one
I
saying
never
it?
did
No,
that,
I
but
rocked the big hair. No.
It was really big. Yeah. And we had neon socks. I mean, there's a great time. Great time in our lives.
Okay, so look
Bring
at
back.
this. So Rob, okay, let's see. Rob
Yeah.
nominated Zoe because she works hard every day in the cafe. I love that. Love that. So we, as people are nominated, we should kind of raise our glasses to them.
Oh, yeah. Do I drink
they
each
really
time?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe. Exactly. Who else?
Aquanet. See, you remember. Michael remembers Aquanet.
I was a Paul Mitchell gal. I felt like I was, really.
That was
a fan.
before we were concerned about the ozone. That might be why we have issues with the ozone layers, the Aquanet.
The Aquanet.
52. Oh my god.
So somebody, dear LinkedIn user, whoever you are, wanted to know the name of it was a sparkling rosé called.
Oh yeah, it's called Tickle Bumps. This
Tickle
is
Bumps.
one of the ones I represent. It's a small little vineyard in California. I can put my website out there too, guys. You can, stock up on wine, and all of our wine comes from boutique farms from around the world. Nothing's mass produced. There's no additives whatsoever, no added pesticides on the crops, no added chemicals in any part of the winemaking process. We handpick our grapes, like everything. There's very strict rules on how you can be, how we represent you. And about 3% of the wines we test, everything's lab tested twice, only about 3% actually pass the test. So there should not be a lot of crap in your wine. And unfortunately, a lot of corporate mass produced wines, they do add stuff. So yeah, this is one of mine.
Marleah?
That's right. Thank you. So I'd really appreciate your support. All things wine. I can be your personal wine concierge. There you go.
So I have a question for anybody who's tuning in, and Chris and Marleah. Do you have a favorite short toast? Like, do you have a favorite go-to toast? I know there's some famous quotes, and I have a little sister who's pretty raunchy, and I was texting her this morning. I'm like, okay, just give me your go-to toast, and she's like, you don't.
I want to hear it. No, come on.
Well, there were a lot of F-bombs in the first one, but I mean, I think the other one was that we've heard it before. It was like, here's to our significant others and our lovers, may they never meet. I think that was one. So there's that. But I'm wondering, does anybody else like have like a go-to toast? Because there's some fun.
I've never actually toasted anyone.
No?
Really?
What do you want to try? You want to?
On the spot. Let's see if
No,
you've been
I
paying
do not.
attention.
You will be a toasting virgin no more. Let's watch it live, Chris. Let's
Yeah,
do
no,
it.
let's not do that. Don't put me on the spot like that. Now I'm all like, where do I go? I can't leave. I'm the host.
Chris, come on, guys.
Chris. Okay. So let's see. Anybody else got some? Not yet. Mark Twain said, "Too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is barely enough." Okay, that can make a fun toast. But then F. Scott Fitzgerald said, similarly, "Too much of anything is bad, but too much champagne is just right." Yeah. I'm going to have to go with that one. So there's all kinds of fun little sayings and things that you can use. Okay, Michael, great, you've got one. "Here's to us, who's like us, damn few, and they're all dead."
Wow.
Woo!
I feel like that's going to be a toast in the middle of the party, maybe not at the beginning of the party.
Right.
I love it. Okay. Any others? Or any other nominations? Or any other toasting questions? I think that's about all I've got for toasting.
I learned a ton. This is awesome.
I did too. It was really interesting.
This is fueling my Wine Wednesdays for years. I'm kidding.
Yep.
And it's starting my Friday off very well. I love it. Oh, Mark, "To those who wish us well, the rest can go to hell." Well, yeah, I love it. See, there's
Look at Michael's.
Don't try to
I like that.
Live for your wife.
Oh.
Wow.
I know, right?
That was calmed us down a little bit.
It kind of did. I should go back to my sisters. Let's see. No.
She said I should. No, I shouldn't.
Replace the F word with something else.
No, they were just naughty. Yeah, they were just naughty. Yeah, no, I can't. I just looked at them. No. Okay. All right. So any more nominations?
We'll have it through Tuesday. So if you're catching the replay, you can nominate through Tuesday someone who, you want to celebrate for any reason. Celebrate someone, and I will send them wine. Yeah, that's it.
I need to actually put that on my calendar. Let me do that right now, so I don't forget Tuesday morning.
Okay, where are you going? What fun adventure do you have?
I am going fishing tonight. And then I'm going fishing again one more time during the weekend. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just not coming back to work or getting in front of a computer. You know what? I'm lying. I'll be back at work tomorrow night because I'm doing a live stream training with someone, and I do all my work, personal work stuff from my office at work. So I will be in front of a computer tomorrow night. If y'all want to pick the winner tomorrow night, we can do it tomorrow night instead of waiting till Tuesday.
I think that's good. Keep the energy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of energy.
Okay. So it's good to do it tomorrow or good to do it Tuesday? You just said, I gave you a choice and you said, yeah, that's good. I was like,
I don't like to commit to things. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little distracted because so one of our connections who prefers to remain unnamed sent me a raunchy toast, and it's hilarious. And so it's really short. It meets the 15-second qualification. "May it never fail ya, your genitalia."
I'll drink to that.
That was awesome.
think they want to be called out, but it was hilarious. So well done. Yeah.
I mean, you should own that one. That was amazing. You should own it.
Yeah, that was good.
If they're on the call and they want to claim it, they can. But yeah, that was awesome. That's gonna be my new toast.
That's awesome.
All right.
Toast.
That would be a good wedding one too.
Teaching that the next class.
Yeah, I know.
Love it.
That's epic.
Okay, so challenge of the weekend, when you guys are out doing all the fun stuff for the weekend, July 4th celebrations, if you're celebrating, challenge yourself to do a toast. Take what we just learned.
It was Lisa.
Oh, she did?
It was Lisa.
No. You're in the right audience.
Awesome.
It's the right audience with these calls. Yeah.
I love it. Oh, good. And we've got another nomination.
First time mom.
First time mom.
Yep. They need
I'm
one.
gonna have to remember and go through too when I'm putting the names in to look on my LinkedIn and your LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Marleah, to pull them
and we're streaming on Facebook too, so I'll have to keep an eye on that stuff too.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Facebook comments come through, but if somebody catches the replay, I'll get with you Tuesday.
Yeah.
And
Adam's
this is fun.
Post on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, as the groom, I don't think so. I don't think you're,
he's going to be toasting himself on that one. He's going to be in the mirror on Monday before he walks out, doing his "You can do this" talk.
Okay, film that one too. Okay, Adam, you got to record all these things.
Great.
All right.
LinkedIn
user.
First time grandma.
First time grandma. So that should be, their name should show up. It's showing up LinkedIn user on Restream, but their name will show up on your LinkedIn.
So my mom just nominated herself. That's Diane Smith. Mom, you get plenty of wine. I don't think you need to take a... She's sipping on wine right now while doing my laundry downstairs. So I'm just letting you guys know what's happening behind the scenes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. That was awesome.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Happy weekend, everybody. This was super fun. Chris, thanks for having us. Michelle, thank you so much for sharing what you know. This was amazing. Fun.
And Marleah, we did it. How long have we been talking about this? We did it.
We have. The technology aspect really, the technology kind of, it caused me a lot of anxiety. So thank you, Chris, for taking over.
Not a problem at all. I enjoy hanging out with y'all.
And I'm the only one who drank on this call. I'm a little embarrassed. Okay.
No, I finished mine.
No.
You did? Okay, good.
I've been waiting for this to end so I can give myself another glass. I don't want to be that girl who drinks 2 glasses in the middle of the, lunch hour.
2 glasses in 30 minutes.
I mean, it's research. I'm working right now. Don't judge, okay? Chris, lay off.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm jealous that it's 1 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock on a Friday, and you're already drinking.
All right,
everybody. It's a holiday weekend. Congratulations, Adam. Have a fantastic weekend. Celebrate every moment of it.
Toast.
I'm so happy.
Y'all take a drink. He said toast.
Yeah, to all of you. Bye.
All right, y'all. I appreciate it so much.
Fill up right now?
Yeah. We got to watch Marleah take another drink. She was going.
I mean, I don't want to drink from the bottle live. That's weird. Okay, guys. I'm kidding. Thanks everybody for joining. This was awesome. Happy Wine Wednesday on a Friday.
Yes.
Yep. All right, y'all.
Bye.
We'll see y'all later.